Hey yo, what's up? OMG. YouTube is I don't want to say it's messy, but it feels that way, but at the same time, we are in a generation of exposure. You know, I don't know if y'all are aware of what channels or YouTubers y'all follow, but I, for one, love Spiritual Whistleblower because what's crazy is I found her channel, I think, 3 years ago, like 2020, I think. That's when I came across her channel. And it's crazy because, she's been doing this, like, she's been in it way longer and went to therapy and a whole bunch of other stuff. So sometimes I'd find myself, in a situation with an individual and I'm just questioning because I'm watching for patterns of behavior. You know what I'm saying? But it requires time to see a pattern of behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, you're not going to find that out in a matter of minutes, hours. It depends on the person and how bad their personality disorder, or how bad your light bothers their demons as to whether they show their fangs sooner than later. To me, I'd rather them show me sooner than later. You know, I can respect somebody because I've had people actually just, come up out the blue and just be like, I don't like you. And then if I ask them, well, why not? They'll just be like, I don't know. And I'm just like, oh, it's demons. Okay, well, thank you. You have a great day. And then they just have this shocked look on their face like, oh, did she just say, have a great day? Did she just still walk away classy and pleasant? Like, in all honesty, everybody's not old politeness. When someone is being polite, trust me when I tell you that they could be nasty if they want to. So, me personally, I'd rather take the polite route. But hey, if you got to get nasty, you got to get nasty. Because one thing about these like narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths and stuff, their brain, they don't have empathy. So they be slow. They be super slow. They have no emotional intelligence to actually see things from your perspective, see things from your shoes, because it's all about me, I. Right? And I find it so interesting. This is why I haven't been on here regularly, because I took a break, right? And this is particularly why. Because when you really, truly get to a place where you're healed, and you're over your narcissistic exes or family members, co-workers, whoever the hell it was for you who tried to bring you to ruins, when you're truly healed, you don't dwell on them being fucked up in the head and all the things that they have said or done. And you don't dwell on the amount of money you helped them with. You don't dwell on, oh, well, if I wasn't dealing with them, then my life would still be this way. Look, you are who you are now. Because one thing about dealing with these types of people, they change you. So who you used to be before you dealt with this individual, trust me, afterwards, you are a totally different person. So a lot of times, you're not even really mourning the narcissistic devil. You are really, truly mourning the old version of you that had to die, for the new you, the updated, the improved you. And now, see, people be so used to remembering who you were when they was in your life, when they had access to you. When access is denied, those people love to talk about you. Your name is in rooms that you've never been in. Your name is in people's mouths that you don't deal with no more at all ever in life. But when they hear about you through the grapevine, they be up there, yeah, I used to date him or her. I used to be friends with him or her. I used to work with him or her. And it's like, so? Why is my name in your mouth? I'm not around. I'll tell you exactly why your name is still in their mouth. Because without you, they have no life. Without you, their life is boring, dull, and they're low energy. But with you, when you were around, they remember how your energy felt. Oh, it was high energy, and you know what I'm saying? Everything was good, everything was peaches and cream, you know what I'm saying, when you were around. But it's interesting what is going on, because spiritual whistleblower, it's like no sooner than I go or I'm dealing with a particular situation, she just so happens to speak on it, and it's like confirmation to what I was already thinking or already feeling, which basically just tells me that my instincts and my discernment is on point. Because when you are, or at least like me, I was raised by a narcissistic mother who made me or conditioned me to basically, she gaslighted me and made me doubt myself, doubt my instincts. If my instinct said I'm in danger, she's like, no, no, with a wicked smile across her face, and she'll say, you're not in any danger. I'm here. No one will ever love you like me. But funny thing is, she never did love me. So that's the funny thing. But that's what abusers do. They love to isolate you, take away anyone that supports you, anyone who will, tell you, hey, that doesn't sound right. Hey, those actions aren't right. Hey, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? They take away the ability for you to connect with a support system or have any type of chance, because when you're isolated, they have 100% control over you. So always be mindful of people who, oh, well, I don't like your friends, I don't like your family, I don't give a damn what you like and what you don't like. If you want to deal with me, then you got to roll with the punches. But they don't like it when you tell them that. So they like to play hardball. Oh, so since you're not going to cut your family or friends off like I told you to, they call themselves trying to punish you. Get out of here. Punish? They don't. What are we? Are we children and you're going to bend a grown man or a grown woman over your knee and spank their bottom? Like, get out of here. They do not have the power to get you fired, but don't act like they won't try. They don't have the power to get you evicted, but don't act like they won't try. Like, these people will try. They will try you. And it's okay, because guess what? You trying the Most High. You trying Christ. You know what I'm saying? So when he strikes you dead, I won't feel sorry. Because at the end of the day, behind closed doors, you probably were trying to cast spells and black magic and witchcraft and using all type of dark forces and entities to come against God's people. And all it did was just go back to you. I'm rubber, you're glue. And what you sent my way came back and stuck to you. You know what I'm saying? They be goofy. They be real goofy. But this is an interesting, because, what's crazy is y'all heard about Derek Jackson, right? The little relationship guru guy. I don't know how long he's been out, but I watched him for a couple years, but I always kind of side-eyed him a little here and there with some of the stuff that he would say, because it's like, what? And then it's crazy because, she called him out, and then his scandal broke, what, August of 2021 or something like that. And then recently he divorced his wife. And then what's crazy is this is how entangled abusive people are. And spiritual whistleblower, she's facts, all right? To me, if I listen to somebody and they speak on someone, I always take it with a grain of salt at first, right? And I come to my own conclusions. Well, based on certain things that I know some of these YouTubers in the narcissistic abuse survivor community, or they speak about narcissism and sociopaths and psychopaths, these people behind closed doors, they lack empathy. And it's crazy because Right now, she went in on the MPD of relationships, which I kind of thought she was a little weird, but hey, it is what it is. I can't describe it other than, like, if y'all look at me, I don't always look directly in the camera. There's something about these particular individuals that they stare into the camera, but when they stare, it's like a lifeless stare. It's like a cold stare. Nobody's home. And it always kind of creeped me out, and I'd give them the side eye. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not going to act like none of them, helped me through understanding their kind. Okay? Demons teaching you about their kind is wise. I want to know exactly how y'all operate. I mean, granted, the Most High God is always, he uses your enemies, for your good. He uses your enemies to teach you, help you learn lessons, help you build your muscle, help you grow, evolve, and change to be where you need to be. Because I used to ask myself, like, how did I end up with a mom like this? What did I do in a previous life to end up with a mother like this? Like, what the hell? And as much as I wanted to hate and have all this resentment in my heart for her, I actually have grown to have compassion. You know what I'm saying? Get away from that damn door. I actually have compassion because it's like, you don't know. I don't want to say she don't know what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing. But it's crazy because she used to, like, she'll say some shit, do some shit, and then she'll turn around and be like, that wasn't me. I didn't say that. Okay, well, who inside of you said it? And then it's just crickets. Absolute silence. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, some of these people, they don't want to be saved. Some of these people, they love their demons because the demons, they've been with these demons for years, y'all. And they love it because if they didn't love it, then they would go and be saved. They would attempt to try to go ahead and make the changes, but they don't. My mom straight told me numerous times, I like myself just the way I am. I will never change. And it's not a personality disorder. It's on a spiritual level, is demonic as hell. But it's just interesting how, she was up here trolling my channel. My mom, I'm talking about. Trolling it last year, sending her little fucking flying monkeys, her little flunkies over here because I was exposing her. My story is my story. I'm the author of my story. If you didn't want to be the villain, the bad guy, if you wanted to be seen in a good light, then you should have been a better human being. Because one thing about what's done in the dark, it always comes to the light. And just like with spiritual whistleblower, I'm not afraid to sit there and fucking blow the whistle on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in calling people out and telling them what it is. To me, I just see what I see and I move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Then people want to try to act like, oh, you acting funny. You don't talk to me no more. You don't. I have reasons why. I didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I have reasons why. So, anyways, yeah, it's just interesting right now because all the people that were following Derek Jackson as far as relationships and all that shit, just for him to turn around and be a fucking narcissist. Because there was a video he made after his scandal broke out with all his side chicks and shit while he was still married. It came out. They showed receipts, all of that, right? He looks so bad. But guess what? Now him and his wife, they're working together, pimping the community. Yeah. You got to be really, as a woman, you are really a misogynistic, mentally twisted individual, because a lot of the men was already calling Derek out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the men already knew that Derek was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So the men pretty much knew what was up. It was a lot of the women that got played. And to me, I unsubscribed, unfollowed. I don't. Once the truth comes out, it is what it is. You know. And when everything came out about Derek Jackson, I questioned so many people. You know, spiritual whistleblower. She named R.C. Blakes. You damn right. I started questioning him. I was already kind of, side-eyeing him a little bit myself. You know, same thing with Tony Gaskins. I was side-eyeing all of them, really. And then this is the part that actually was just real sad. They're black people. Misogynistic, black, narcissistic people. I mean, I can't really say because I don't see these people behind closed doors. But what I do know is, just like spiritual whistleblower said, narcissistic people, they expose themselves. What's done in the dark comes to the light. And right now, shit is heating up. I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting back, drinking my tea. Hold on. I got my little Deadpool cup, and I be sipping my sweet tea, and I'm just watching the circus fall down. Because one thing y'all do got to realize is, on a spiritual level, these people can't play with God's people no more. They cannot sit here and pimp God's people for their money, their hearts, their minds. These are people who genuinely deserve other people who are empathetic. And what's crazy is, spiritual whistleblower called out Dr. Carmen Bryant. I was already kind of side-eyeing her a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Because in one of her videos, she did. Because I seen the video. And she just straight up said, oh, I don't have empathy. You know, that's basically along the lines of what the hell she said. And I side-eyed it, but then she tried to clean it up and be like, well, everyone in the world isn't empathic. Everybody's not an empath. There's two kinds of people. Either you are an empath or an empathic person. You have empathy inside of you, or you don't. And if you lack empathy in any capacity, any form, something is severely wrong with you. Whether you are spiritually broken and torn down and you are fucking demonically possessed, got entities on you or in you or around you, you are in a toxic, dysfunctional environment, you are psychologically warped and inverted as hell. What's upside down is right side up to y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's ass backwards. West is east and east is west and north is south and south is north. Like, they don't live where normal empathic people live. They lived in a warped reality, a fantasy land. And anybody that lives there, to me, I mean, I already feel like Earth is an insane asylum. You want to know why I think it's an insane asylum? Because look at everything that's going on. All these different laws that they be passing. You know, I've been following this one channel, the Hodge twins, where they talk about the transsexual community, and they talk about a bunch of other stuff. But they've been going in on the tranny community, not like to tear them down, but to like realistically be like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all are psychologically warped, demonically possessed. I mean, you're trying to get a 2-year-old, children from 2 to 12 years old in some of these damn schools to tell a little 2-year-old girl or a 12-year-old girl, 2-year-old boy or a 12-year-old boy that they can be the opposite sex. If that's not a spit in the face to the Most High, a slap in the face to the Most High, because you're trying to basically say that he put them in the wrong body on purpose for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, it is just amazing how the world is just going to hell in a handbasket, so to speak. I just like that phrase. But the very people out here talking about or trying to tell people they're going to hell, these are the fake Christians. You know, R.C. Blakes, yeah, he's a pastor. And, you know, I can admit that, you know, certain people, you know, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Quinn Holiday, aka SSC Direct, you know, who else? RC Blakes, you know, a couple of them. You know, I bought their books because why? You know, at the time, I'm learning about narcissism, discovering it, and then their channels are popping up, right? But I'm not going to sit here and act like their channel didn't help to an extent. It did. They only got money from me regarding their books. But I'm not about to do one-on-one coaching with someone that does not have a degree, a degree backing them up and proving that they know what they're talking about. I can honestly sit here and tell you, like, yeah, I've studied a lot of psychology, a lot of behaviors. I've Googled a lot of stuff. I've watched different psychologists or therapists or mental counselors speak on sociopaths, narcissists, and things of this nature. A lot of different ones, right? Dr. Romney to be one of them, and a couple others. I can't think of their names right now. But, you know, at the end of the day, y'all got to realize too, some of these damn therapists and these counselors and mental health people, you know, they are narcissistic. They are demonically possessed. And it is a scary thing to think that you are putting your mental health in someone else's hands because you know that something is off with you and you're trying to get right. And, you know, this is why people need to vet. Always vet. Always verify. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I pretty much never did go to therapy, is because I don't trust any man. God said, don't put your trust in any man. Put your trust in me. And that's what I did. God is my therapist, because all this shit about narcissism and me trying to figure out what the hell I'm dealing with regarding my mom and exes and just people around me, God always made the answers pop up in my face. God always sent someone along my way to tell me something, and then I get to thinking about it. Sometimes I'll sit on it for a couple days, maybe a week, and then I'll start doing research. And God knows, it says, seek the truth and ye shall find me, or something like that. I be paraphrasing the Bible because Satan knows that Bible cover to cover. But I also know what I be talking about. You know, that's just like, I just realized I didn't do a Mother's Day video. So this is like a happy belated Mother's Day. My bad, y'all. Because I know I did a Father's Day one. So to all the beautiful, nurturing, loving, caring mothers out there, kudos to you. I already said, you know, to the fathers, but hey, kudos to y'all for really, truly loving your children and being there and actually not being toxic. Nobody's perfect, but you know that your heart is in a good place and you are trying to do the best you can and the best you can by your family. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these narcissistic people, y'all, they don't care about these kids. They be making these kids, and these kids have to suffer. Because, you know, my mom would always try to act like, because, you know, she's one of them communal narcissists. One of them, she tries to pretend to be a martyr, you know, like, woe is me. And, oh my, you know, always trying to play the victim. You're not a victim. You're a victimizer. You know, you victimize people, you know. You do dirt to people and then got the nerve to be paranoid. Oh, are my skeletons going to come out? Oh my God, I have to hide the skeletons that I've hung on the trees. Oh my God, skeletons everywhere. I have to hide the bodies of the people that I've massacred and destroyed. God's always keeping track and keeping count. And he's always going to do right by his. Justice will always be served. And you know what? It's a dish served cold. Cause you get on the bad side of the Most High, you get to messing with his children, his chosen ones, his star seeds here. You talking about you are playing a dangerous game. But they don't believe in God. They're atheists, they're devil worshipers, Satanists. You know what? This reminded me of a flashback, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But this is a little sidebar because it just popped in my head. So y'all know how in scary movies like The Exorcist and stuff like that, how the cross would fall or get turned upside down? In my childhood house growing up, there was multiple times where my mom bought these like Jesus crosses and she put them in our upstairs bathroom and our downstairs bathroom. There was one time, actually it was several times, I would go into the bathroom and I would see the cross hanging on the wall upside down. And I would put it back up because it's like it fell off the nail or something. So it'll be up. I go back in the bathroom later. It's back down, upside down, hanging. Or even when I'm in the bathroom, it'll just suddenly fall or come undone. I have no clue, y'all, how the hell that cross kept coming off that nail. Because I made sure it was on there secure and everything like that. And somehow that damn thing kept coming off of that fucking nail and swinging upside down. I didn't realize that, that's like a satanic or a supernatural sign of like demonic spirits and stuff like that. I didn't, because I wasn't spiritually awake and aware then like I am now, right? And that's the whole point of a narcissist. They want to suppress your spiritual power. They want to suppress your discernment so that they can continue to destroy you and you not really realize it. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like I was like spiritually dying, but I didn't have the words for it. I didn't have the ability to really describe it. And then lo and behold, when I became of age, to live on my own, to just get my own everything, God's been with me ever since, keeping me content, comfortable, and I've been the happiest in life I've been, in a long, long time. From 2017 to now, I've been there. Even though, I was unpacking a lot of, stuff that my mom put me through, I was just like, man. But these people, y'all, I'm so curious about these receipts, about what's about to come out for all these so-called life coaches. It's a lot going on out there in YouTube land, on the internet. This is why I kind of stepped back, because I'm a believer in the law of attraction. And I would always tell myself, oh, like once I learned about narcissism and all this, I was like, oh, I don't want narcissists around me. But when you focus on the things that you don't want, because you're putting so much focus, so much attention, where your attention goes, energy flows. So when I learned that, I stopped giving narcissistic demons my attention. And when I stopped giving them my attention, and I actually started being really goal-oriented and focused on what it is that I'm trying to do with my life, things are a lot easier, a lot better. Because let me tell you, last year when I was making videos like every day, there are people who will troll, who will attempt to internet bully, who will, a lot of these people are sick. They are very sick people. They get obsessed. They just do the damn most. And it's just like they need to have several seats. So to address the elephant in the room, we about to see what's going on in the narcissistic survival community, the spiritual community. Because one thing about a holy narc, when they see a lot of them see spirituality as a trend instead of, actually realizing that this is a connection between you and the Most High. It ain't got nothing to really 100% do with the Bible, which was man-made, man-written. It has nothing to do with being in a man-made building. It has nothing to do with any of that. And one thing that I loved about Spiritual Whistleblower was she talked about how these narcissists like to social climb and how they like to focus on your views and likes and shit like that. This is how I know my mom was on my damn channel because, she was always picking on me and bullying me about my physical body, right? Oh, your boobs are, too big for your body, or oh, you're fat. You're this, you're that. Oh, picking at me about my teeth, my, what I'm saying? Trying to beat down my self-confidence and my self-esteem because she feels like a fat piece of lard, a tub of shit. That's on you, boo-boo. That's on you that you feel like shit. And you know what? If I was full of goddamn legions of demons, I'd feel like shit too. But instead, I got angels on my side. I got God on my side. And they are a lot stronger than them damn demons over here trying to talk to me. Shit, I spoke with authority. I think the last time I argued with her goofy ass, I was like, you have no authority here. Which is true. They do not have authority over you. When you speak and you say shut the hell up, they are to shut the hell up. Even if that means you got to click on their ass. My mom would always get mad because I'd hang up the phone on her mid-sentence. And then she'll try and tell me how rude I am. So then she thought, oh, when we get into it, which she started the arguments and shit, she thought, oh, well, I'm going to hang up in your face. Well, hang up because I'm not going to call your ass back. That conversation is done. You're not about to sit here and leave me in a shitty mood, sitting and brewing on some toxic feelings. And no. Energy transference is a real thing. This is why I don't allow people to dump and to vent. Because you know what? I got my own life going on. I got my own things going on. I ain't got time for somebody to be telling me they life damn problems as if I have space for that right now. I don't. Because I'm human too. I don't know why people think I'm just supposed to have the space and capacity to listen to their bullshit. I got my own bullshit. And this is why I took a break. Because, it does get exhausting. It does. I'm not about to play Captain Planet where I'm trying to save everybody because everybody don't want to be saved. What J. Cole say? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. And not even just her. There's hymns. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Like, when you learn to stop trying to save others and just save yourself, that does not make you selfish. They see you as selfish because everything is about them. They believe that they are the sun in your universe. No, you are the sun in your universe, and everyone else is on a lower aspect to your pyramid. They are the outer planets around you. Because remember, you're the CEO, CFO, or CFO and president of your life. You hire and fire as necessary, promote and demote as necessary for what's good for you. My mom thinks she would have never guessed that I would have cut her out of my life. She would have never guessed that. But I bet you this, though. I bet you my mom is up there following them other channels and shit. Because one thing I do know about narcissistic abusers, they stick with other abusers. And spiritual whistleblower was facts with that. So I'm curious as to what's going to happen with these other channels now. I'm not speaking against them. I'm just simply saying I've noticed certain phrases in certain videos or certain things that, they've done, so to speak, or that they've spoken about. Like, I feel like with some channels, they be real vague instead of just being transparent, because you are well, you're supposed to be human. All humans, or at least the normal human people, have empathy. The robots, the NPCs, the bots, the fake people, demonic people, yeah, they're the ones that have no empathy. They don't care about anybody else except themselves. They'll pretend, they'll fake, but I'm curious as to what's about to go down now, but I just want to let y'all know, don't focus all of your time and energy on these people, because your focus on them is what will attract them. But if you focus on God, always keep God first, and then focus on yourself, focus on what you're trying to do, the kind of life that you desire. God wants to give it to you. Trust and believe me. It's hard for me to believe in a God that wants me to suffer, that wants me to be poor, broke, destitute, and, just outside in the elements, sad, mad, angry, stressed out, depressed, full of anxiety. It's hard for me to believe that. But there is a time for everything. There's a time to be happy, a time to rejoice, a time for sorrow and grief. There's times for everything. So don't act like, you have to be happy all the time. You're not the Insight Man. And he was creepy, sitting up there smiling, taking dick pills and shit. Anyways, that's literally what I picture. Like, picture the Insight Man and how he just up there just smiling all the time. That is how creepy narcissistic people are to me, because it's unrealistic to be that damn happy all the time. But that's how you know that they fake, because there's no way a person is happy like that every day, day in and day out. It's unrealistic. But let's keep our eyes open and our ears open, and let's just watch what happens, because one thing I do like is when I listen to a YouTuber and my soul resonates with their soul, like the message that they give is received, and they basically talk about, even if they call somebody out or they testify against somebody, it is interesting to sit back and watch what happens. And then when they get exposed, like Derek Jackson, then it's like, oh, now what I did find crazy about that whole situation was Derek Jackson is with his little side chick, divorced supposedly, his wife and all this. Did y'all see how crazy Denia Jackson was acting on the internet? Cursing people, talking about the hat of the Lord, the salvation hat, or whatever the hell she was talking about. She was up there, anybody speaking on my marriage, I curse you, and all, doing all that crazy shit. I already knew she was a Looney Tune. But then I'm like, well, maybe she just been with a narcissist so long that, because one thing I can say is there's no way she been with that man for that damn long and she just magically healed. No. I've dealt with my mother for like 27 years, and I'm 31. And I still be unpacking stuff. And I still, from time to time get flashbacks of certain moments in my life. And I'd be like, that's why my mom was acting like that. Or that's why she said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just more and more clarity. But you don't just heal over it. You don't get over nothing like that no time soon. I mean, I happen to go, because I be nosy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm human. I be nosy. I'm trying to get the tea and see what's what. Okay. So, I happen to go to her IG or whatever, because I think spiritual whistleblower or somebody had posted Denia's IG. So I went and go looked it up. This girl is obsessed with his side chick. If that ain't triangulation, I don't know what to tell y'all. This is the ex-wife being triangulated with the new side chick. You over here trying to dress like the girl, act like the girl. You're tagging the girl in a whole bunch of photos of you and, oh, look at me. I'm the shit. I'm doing better. And then you got the nerve to be trying to be a life coach, bitch. How are you trying to be a life coach when you are so broken? I just like somebody to understand. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, and then what's really crazy is she, in one of her posts, she tagged I think it was Father's Day actually, y'all. She had tagged RC Blake's on her IG and was, y'all can go look it up. I don't know her handle, but I'm pretty sure if you typed in Denia Jackson, I think it was I can't even remember, y'all. I don't know, because that was like days ago that I had looked her up or whatever. But she had tagged RC Blake's, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, ooh, spiritual whistleblower is on to something. These motherfuckers is in cahoots. They trying to pimp the community. Getting us to buy their books, buy their products, buy their documentaries, now I'm not gonna say. Now this is what I will say. If you have bought any of their books like I did, and it helped you in a stage of your healing and your growth and stuff like that, that's not a bad thing. But in all honesty, I'm throwing all this shit the fuck away. Because the one, I already read it. And then after I read it, I'm not about to keep rereading this shit. I got what I needed to get out of it. And now I'm about to toss that shit in the trash, because I don't want nothing associated with someone who has no integrity. I don't want that at all. Again, it's just a man-made thoughts, man-made words written down into a book. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you may have purchased. But moving forward, would they get any more money from me? Fuck no. No, not at all. But y'all do what y'all do, and just be vigilant, be aware, be cautious. Yeah, that's all I could tell y'all. We don't know who people are. And I always thought that was weird too. Like how people, like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. So like Beyonce, you might see her videos on YouTube or whatever. And I mean, the beehive, the groupies, the followers, they just defend her. Same thing with Selena Gomez. Her fans just, are diehards, to where, mind you, none of these fans know these people. You ain't never been to these celebrities' houses. You've never rode in a car. You do not know their children. You do not know anything other than what they share on the internet. So you don't know these people behind closed doors to know what the hell is really going on with their family, their friends, their home life, or anything like that. You can only make assumptions. And just based off of what these people post and how they pretend to be, the false mask that they portray to the world, people really be out here delusional, thinking that they know these. I know Riri. I know Beyonce. I know them. It's just like, you in psychosis than a motherfucker, because they don't know you. All they know is that they thank you for supporting their businesses, their music. You've made them billionaires and millionaires, but they not sharing their wealth with you. So I don't understand why folks be in the comments arguing Like they know these people in real life. Delusional. I swear. But anyways, y'all. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. So for those of y'all who are, seeking therapy and, a mental health profession, please, please, please be safe. Vet them. Make sure they understand and know their shit. Well, first off, you got to get more educated. Educate yourself. And then you can better vet the so-called therapist or counselor that you decide to go see, because some of these people are off their rocker. And if they're off their rocker, all they're going to do is abuse you. They're going to continue to gaslight you, make you think that you're the problem, that you can't be fixed, you can't heal type of thing, these people like to pimp you for your money. And they prey on broken people. They prey on people who are just, you're looking for validation, for help because of heartbreak or mental unwellness due to being around dysfunctional, toxic people in your environment. All right. So I love y'all. So I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I'm watching. Eyes is open, ears is open. I'm watching, I'm listening, and I'm just taking notes and keeping receipts. What I tell y'all about keeping receipts? See, that's why I fuck with Spiritual Whistleblower, because she keeps receipts just like I do. And I keep receipts on any toxic, dysfunctional person, because sometimes when you are away from them, you forget how bad they are. But when you keep receipts, when you write a journal down and you write down all the bad, mean things they've said or have done to you, how they have bullied you, how they have whatever it was, that's a recollection for you to remember that, this is why I stopped talking to this person. I went no contact. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know. So let's continue as time goes by and let's see what happens. Because I'm so curious. Because God will do it, baby. God is going to do it. Because there are real people out here really, really struggling, who are really, really just trying to be good people to the best of their ability, who are not doing harm to anybody, but are getting harmed. You feel me? So let's see what happens. I'm curious.